Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Sanjoku. Wanted to come out tonight, take a look at the tight end room, see who we're keeping, who we're cutting, who's going on the practice squad. We got to get the keeps down to 3. We've got to put 1 on the practice squad. We're going to end up releasing the other 2. If you're new to the channel, please do think about subscribing. I really do appreciate that. It really does help me out and keep me growing. But we are not going to waste too much time. We are going to go ahead and jump into this. And honestly, just right off the bat, just so there's no confusion about this, I'm going to take Derek Carrier, and I'm releasing Derek Carrier. I am putting him off this team. I know a few people out there are going to disagree with me, but at the same time, Derek Carrier is going into his 10th year. And I want to see him replaced by some younger talent. I really think we have a few dudes on this roster right now. I'm not saying that can take over and like be that number 1 tight end or anything crazy like that. But I think we definitely have the talent to where we can come out and kind of replace that number 3 tight end. And if Foster Moreau's ass better be healthy, and we saw flashes of it last season on one play, and then we saw him just pretty much get eaten alive by Jason Witten and get all of his just playtime kind of eaten away, which totally sucked to see. So we're going to talk about him pretty in depth. So I don't know, man. That's going to be my first move on it. Derek Carrier getting cut. It's going to really kind of free this room up, bring a little bit more interest into this. Costas, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Leatherwood looking big at the OTA videos. Leatherwood probably has a chip on his shoulder because he was pretty pissed off that everybody came out, and as soon as he was drafted, everybody was completely pissed in the nation, like, oh, shit, man, we ended up taking Leatherwood. We could have had this or this or this. I'm hoping he is coming in pissed, man. I had that kid's back. I'm really hoping he has a major impact on this team. Colton Miller on one side, Leatherwood on the other. That's 2 solid tackles on your right and left side moving forward for like the next 7 to 10 years if you play this right, man. Super happy about the Leatherwood pick, but I hope he is pissed off, and I'm really hoping he's going big. Hearing a lot of noise about Amik Robertson being moved back outside to DB. We're going to have to see how that shakes out, dude. I'm not sold on him at all as of right now. We got an overloaded tight end room. Derek Carrier is an OG. He might get cut down, stumbling, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him. Michael, what's happening, dude? I'm glad you can make it out. Callie, what's going on? Wow, it's crazy, but I ain't mad for you, the player. It is what it is, Callie. Man, you got to keep moving forward with some of these guys. In favor of Amik going outside, where his size is less of a problem. I agree with that, dude. Oh, Michael, how are you doing, man? Kenneth, how are you? How's the world been treating you lately? Kenneth, man, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Just employee shortage as far as like restaurants concerned completely sucks. I've been busting my ass more than I have in probably the past 10 to 15 years. I'm not even going to lie. It's been a hell of a lot of work, dude. We're making it through, so props to it. I'm very blessed for what I do have, so I'm not arguing that. Carrier needs to go. Yes. Cool Breeze, what's happening, dude? Just got back from Vegas. Wow, that stadium was awesome. Damn, Michael, dude, you told me to hit you up on Facebook. I typed Michael Freeman into Facebook, and there was like 700 of you. So we're going to have to figure out a different way to connect, dude. If you're on Instagram, please do hit me up. Al, what's happening, man? What's going on? All right, so let's keep pushing forward here. As far as, Darren Waller, nobody's going to, you can't argue this. I know some of this is going to overlap just because I wanted to put these guys' height and sizes on there. Darren Waller is definitely going to be a keep on this team. And then we'll go ahead and just talk about Foster Moreau real quick. As far as Foster Moreau is concerned, I will tell you, this dude has every bit of talent in the world. Like, in the freaking world. And the kid's only 24 years old. He's still super young. He's actually younger than a couple of the other tight end rookies that we have on this team right now. As long as his injury did not like truly jack him up, which I am praying that it did not, and that we just brought Witten in to kind of let him have an extra season just to kind of rest because he was so young and just get fully back on track. I will tell you right now, a 100% healthy Foster Moreau and a 100% healthy Darren Waller is going to exploit some teams in the NFL, and Derek Carr is going to take full advantage of that. And it should, in theory, open up our outside guys to where Derek Carr can really start slinging that ball around and really start making some things happen. Unless there is like some underlying injury thing that we do not know about Foster Moreau, I am 110% sure that that dude is going to be making this roster. That, man, I'm not even going to jump into this kid because you guys know I've talked about this kid so many times through past videos. He is a freak, dude, like a true freak. And if we can get him 110% back on the field, next, I'm telling you, him and Darren Waller on the field, that's the only time I want to see a true tight end set. All right, let me drop this down just to kind of free up some space. So that leaves us in, dude. We got 1 cut. We got to put 1 on the practice squad, and then we have to keep 1 more of these dudes. And let me jump into a few comments before I jump into this. Do your thing. Robertson played outside in college. On the other hand, Arnett played in the slot in college. That is very true. But I really want to see what Gus ends up doing with these guys and who kind of mixes around and makes it work. Oh, Mr. Taylor Braun, what's going on? Who played basketball? Oh, shit. I want to say that was Bowers. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say it was him. I know one of these dudes did. Oh, Chris, what's happening, dude? Clee, Max, and Incognito seem to be on the positive side of the OTAs and in the press conferences. I saw, the other one that I saw was Abram coming out and saying, like, he's officially going to be a box safety. I was happy as shit to hear him finally come out and say, yeah, he's going to be playing in that box safety position. That's the same position Cam Chancellor played and the other safeties that he's worked with. I really think Abram has the talent. Now that he's finally going to be in that box safety position and we're not going to be having to worry about him playing that coverage position and dropping back and trying to pick one of these two wide receivers. He sucked at that. There's no other way to put it. But that kid in the box is a phenom. And he also talked about how he was going to slow down a little bit but still play hyper-aggressive. Man, Abram's finally going to get to be able to go off. Like, for the first time in his entire career, he's going to be used the way that he's supposed to be used. I could tell he's super excited, man. You could tell that kid is excited. I am hoping 110% for him. Gotta hit that like. I appreciate you, man. Oh, Raider McLeod, what's happening, dude? Hope Foster has a good year. I'm pulling for him to have a good year, man. He has to. I think Foster was hurt a lot worse than the Raiders. Dude, I'm telling you right now, that is the reason that we signed Witten, Kyle. You are 110% of it. That leg injury that kid took towards the end of that first or second season, that was nasty, dude. That was gruesome. And it probably took him a full year to recover from that. And just the fact that he did get on the field and then caught that touchdown and totally juked that dude out of his shoes to get into the house is a prime example of the talent level that kid has. I'm telling you, that kid at 100% is going to be something special. Carson is definitely the one who played basketball. Silver win. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this off real quick. Matt Bushman. Man, where's he at? No, I'm sorry. Nick Bowers, dude. I was really high on this kid last year when he came onto this team. I understand he rode the practice squad for a little bit, and he was coming out of Penn State. Dude, a lot of you guys hit me up about this kid. I watched a ton of tape on this kid, like a ton of it. I really think that he's going to end up being the dude that ends up replacing the carrier, so I'm going to go ahead and move him over to that keep spot. I really think that he's going to end up being the one that beats out these other guys, ends up beating out Carrier. And then Carson Williams and Bushman, if you look at them, dude, they're pretty much the same exact style of player. One of these dudes is going to end up getting released, and one of these dudes is going to end up making our practice squad to be that emergency fourth person if we end up needing them. If you keep going back and forth, I watched a little bit of tape on both of these guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not do like a huge deep dive into either one of them. I just watched like their main highlights. And from what I saw from it, dude, I'm going to put Matt Bushman on the practice squad. I really think he's going to end up winning it out. And then I think Carson Williams is going to end up being that other cut. I know it's all jambled and kind of bullshit up there, but that is what it is. So let me know what you guys think about that. I really think this is the way that this is going to play out as far as that tight end room goes. I'm extremely happy about it. If this ends up being our tight end room, we end up keeping Bushman on the practice squad in case something goes wrong. And then we end up cutting Carrier going into his 10th season. And then Williams coming on. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. He was coming on as a camp body trying to prove himself. If Williams can end up beating out Bushman, so be it, man. Whoever wins that competition. But the way that I see it right now, just in this, like the way that it's set up, this is the way that I'm going with it. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and like I saw this morning. I don't know if like I missed something and you guys didn't know, or if this ended up being proven false. From what I saw this morning, like via Adam Scheffler, breaking news that the Packers have traded Jordan Love and their tight end Robert Tonyan, and it's 2022 second round pick and 2023 third round pick in exchange for the Falcons for Julio Jones. Like, I understand a lot of people are like, this can't happen till June. Like, it is what it, like these dudes can draw these things up and kind of make them happen before the June cutoff or before the June deadline. And then you just kind of see this happen. If this did get proved false, please let me know. Because I've been at work all damn day, but I saw this morning, texted to one of my buddies who was a huge Falcons fan, and he's like, well, it can't happen till June, man, but I'm so damn stoked because there's a lot of people ready in Atlanta ready to move on from Julio. And this pretty much solidifies the fact that Aaron Rodgers is going to stay in Green Bay. He has his number one wide receiver. The Falcons are getting a quarterback that they can use potentially for the future, which I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people in Atlanta that are super excited that if this is real, that Love is coming to this team to play a year or two behind Matt Ryan and then take this team over. So I don't know if this is bullshit. Let me know, because I saw it this morning. I figured it was from Sheffy, so it had to be pretty legit. I just want to know what's going on with it, man. If it is true, it's going to pretty much silence a lot of the bullshit talk that's been going on. I'm really happy with where our roster is at right now. I think we can make a pretty damn good push. I understand there's a few positions that we need to fill, but I think we can fill them through free agency as these players start cutting these players. I don't think we have to pull off any big trade. I want to keep that trade capital. And then one last thing that I want to talk about, just that I saw today, was they were saying that Gruden could be like the favorite to be the first coach fired coming up in this next season. I am not going to say anything about that as far as if he is going to get fired or not going to get fired, but we have sat here and talked about Gruden for the past 3 seasons of his offense and how things needed to change. If he's not willing to make that next step and kind of expand this damn thing, then I don't know what the hell to say, dude. At that point, you have to put some of it on Carr, but you have to put a hell of a lot of it on Gruden, because we've seen Carr in other offenses, and he has gotten better underneath Gruden. But he has looked pretty damn good when he's just been able to go out there and sling that ball. You have to go ahead and make that decision, man. So let me know what you guys are thinking about that. I'm going to go ahead and jump into these comments, see what you guys are thinking. I'm going to change the screen over real quick if I can pull this off. Let me start this up. All right, boom. Okay, let me jump into these real quick.
Squirrel.
Oh shit, I think my volume's still on. I was fucking around with the squirrel right there. Hang on a second. Oh, it totally was. Got to hear me yell out squirrel real damn loud. Alright. Hope Foster has a good year. Let's see. Abram has to slow down so that he doesn't hurt himself or his teammates. Yeah, that's a straight fact. I can't go onto Facebook. Jail defending Carr from some idiots for 20 years. Damn, you got 20 days for defending Carr? I've gotten like 20 or 30 days for saying just some random shit that talking about COVID that I ended up getting suspended for, and I was so pissed about that. Curious is a special teams key. 303, what's going on, dude? I'm glad you can make it out. I have not seen you at the show. Please do think about subbing it up. But I will tell you right now, 303, he is like, and so was Kyle Wilbur. But sometimes you have to be able to move on from these special teams guys to kind of make that next step and kind of keep things moving forward for yourself. 805, what's happening, dude? Can't keep putting people on the roster, the talent that are that's what I'm saying, dude. You have to have players that can fill in these spots instead of just being special teams players. It's going to end up killing us in the long run, dude. Great call. I like the tight end. Dude, I'm liking that tight end set, dude. I really am. Offense is looking really solid. Dude, Kelly, I'm liking it so far, dude. And yes, I've seen it earlier. I saw it too, man. I don't know if that's true. Zeph, what's good, dude? I'm glad you can make it to the show. Same old, same old. Yeah. I just moved to Chico, driving all day. Damn, dude. You've been rolling around out there. Let me see if I can pull this back up. Fake, cool. So it was fake, cool? Like, because I saw it, I thought it was real, dude. Anthony, what's happening, dude? I know it's way too soon, but if the Raiders go 9-8 this season, who goes, Gruden or Carr? At some point, dude, I really honestly would think that you'd end up seeing like a complete change. Like if the Raiders end up blowing it this season, we don't make the playoffs, and if we miss it by like one game, you might end up seeing like a few changes happen. Like you probably will see the end of Carr at that point. But if the Raiders come out there this year and we end up going like 4-13, you're going to end up seeing everybody moved on from. Like you can only accept so much. And people are like, well, I'll tell you right now, dude, that we can't afford to buy out Gruden's contract. Like if you suck, dude, they'll make that change. I mean, that is what it is. No, I really moved. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. If you've been moving all damn day, that sucks. I think he meant the Love trade. I was talking about the Love trade earlier. Gruden's contract is a nightmare. Gruden's contract is a complete damn disaster. I mean, we're not going to sit here and try to defend that dude's contract. But at the same time, I don't think we're completely stuck in it as far as if you get him like through another year, you end up firing him. I guarantee you there's something written to that contract to where if you go 5 years and you don't make the playoffs and your team continues to look like shit, you have an out in there. There's no team in the world, I don't care if it's the Raiders or not, that's going to write a contract over 10 years that does not give you an out after 4 or 5 years, especially if things are going south. There's no way an NFL contract is structured like that. There's no chance. McLovin, what's happening, dude? I'm glad you could make it out. I think Gruden gets kicked up to the director of football operations if we don't at least make the playoffs. even something like that would kind of piss me off because I'd rather see somebody come in and not have to answer to him or think that he has any control over them moving forward. Like, if he ends up getting fired from this team, I don't want to see him get fired and promoted. I just want to see his ass gone so somebody else can come in here and make like a real fresh start. Oh, if I can see what's happening, dude, going to be a good battle between Carrier, Bushman, and Bowers to see. It really is, dude. That's like, there's going to be a few things you really want to watch through this through this camp. That's going to be one of the main things that you want to watch. This tight end room is really going to be going well. Lusk, what's happening, dude? I'm so glad you're still finding time to do these, and man, I appreciate you, Lusk, man. Thank you. Ready for the season to start, so am I. Ready for these OTAs to keep kicking. I'm ready to keep getting some extra footage of these players. Just kind of see how everybody's doing, how they're shaking out. When we actually get into the camp, we start making these changes. We start whittling this roster down week by week. I'm really curious to see some, like, a lot of it's going to be injury based, but I really want to see how this season shakes out just as far as these guys playing. Does DC get an extension? If he does not win over 9 games this season, what are your thoughts, Joku? Kelly, I'll tell you right now, if DC does not make the playoffs this year, he's not getting an extension. You're going to see the Raiders end up moving on from him. You're going to end up seeing us go out there and try to go for one of these veteran quarterbacks that's going to be available through the next offseason. In my personal opinion, I truly believe that Derek Carr is going to get this team to the playoffs. He's going to go ahead and solidify his position on this team. If we end up getting into the playoffs and something happens to where Carr ends up getting like blown out in a playoff game, you might see a change. But if we end up staying pretty competitive throughout the playoff scenario, I'm not worried about Carr moving on, dude. 9 wins or Gruden? No, dude. If we win less than 9, Gruden's ass better go. Tupac, what's happening, dude? Solomon 2 looks like the real deal. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Solomon 2, I had that dude in the videos before his ass was on the team because I knew there was a shot. Oh, Rodas, man, I appreciate you subbing, dude. That really does help me out. But I'm telling you, dude, Solomon 2, I had him drawn up in lineups, man. I knew that he was going to be one of those under-the-radar dudes that came from a jacked-up defense, ended up getting hurt. But I knew if we gave him a shot and you put him on the right defensive line, which is honestly pretty much a defensive line like we have built right now, that thing would be looking sick as shit, dude. I'm telling you, man. Solomon Thomas is the real deal. Gunther must have been real bad. Why did we keep him for so long? I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. The second that Littleton started to call out his defensive coordinator by like week 2 or 3 last year, that should have been the sign, right? That like put the nail in the coffin, go ahead and get rid of Gunther. His defense has sucked for the past couple seasons. Go ahead and make that move on from him. But no, we ended up letting that thing ride out, continue to let our defense just fester, get worse and worse. See players end up getting hurt because they were playing out of position, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Dude, that drove me insane, dude. Like, completely drove me insane. I'm not even going to lie about that. Solomon Thomas looks fast off the snap. He will be very interesting to watch. Yes, he will, dude. Thanks for the... Oh, Chef, man, I appreciate you, dude. Ramirez, thank you, man. I really appreciate you subbing, dude. Hey, brother. Oh, Raider J, what's happening, dude? Glad you stuck around on your terms. Much love, Joker. That's pretty much it, Jay. Just doing it when I can and having fun with it. I feel way better when I'm making these videos. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Stanford head coach David Shaw would have been an interesting option if Gruden got the boot. I'll give you that, cool. I will give you that. It's not that I want to see like a college style come into the NFL. It's more just the consistent coaching and just watching the players elevate around a coach. It goes a long damn way, dude. Was reading that the Crocs, but oh, dude, really like Kuntz. Kuntz is one of those guys to keep an eye on, man. I still have him pegged right now. I'm not gonna lie, as like an Arden Key type player who's kind of be working into that rotation, coming into these key situations. But Kuntz, if he can kind of work with Gus Bradley and really kind of just adapt to this system, you could see him take a way bigger role throughout this season because that's another dude that can end up filling that outside, which will let us move Farrell to the inside. And I know we ended up getting rid of David Irving, which kind of sucks, but we have dudes like Solomon Thomas that can jump into that inside spot. And you still have Hankins and guys like that that are like the true defensive tackles, Quentin Williams. Just being on this team, dude, like that's going to be huge, man. That's a difference maker for us. We've got the time to look into the running back room with all the people that we have on the roster. I did break down that running back room a couple videos ago, man. Just go check that out. I broke it down and ended up... I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't remember. I ended up cutting Richard off that team, and then we ended up keeping him on the back. And so I don't know. Just check that out, dude. Let me know what you think about it. Bradley is an option if Gruden goes. As weird as that sounds, I would honestly kind of take that. Because Gus Bradley's the kind, and he's defensive minded, so he would bring a true offensive coordinator onto this team, which is what Derek Carr desperately freaking needs at this point. There's no other way to put that. Because I will tell you, man, if you went ahead and fired Gruden, put Bradley on top, let Bradley be the head coach, focus on that defense, bring a defensive coordinator, be his puppet underneath him, and then you bring back in like a real offensive coordinator, some dude that can really change the way that this team looks and change the way that this offense is set up, that will actually utilize the outside weapons that we bring in as a freaking distraction instead of being like the weapons on our team, which go ahead and get pissed at me if you will. We've all seen Gruden's fucking offense. That is what it is. Like, I don't know. I'd take it, dude. Thanks for doing the live, brother. Always a nice treat, man. The Raiders, I appreciate you, man. Callie, I agree, man. Gunther stuck around because he was buddies with Gruden. That shit needs to stop. That needs to stop, like, immediately. Nothing pisses me off more than the Gruden and his little buddies. Oh, Edwards, what's happening, dude? I think 3 safeties is a possibility for the nickel package. Has to be at those specific times. Do you think we're going to keep Richard? Edward, dude, I don't think we're going to keep Richard. I'm not going to lie to you. I know Carr loves him. I know Gruden loves him. I know he can fill that third down running back spot. I just want to see how it works out, man. All those dudes are the exact same size. I want to see like a bigger power dude. I want to see Ingold get a bigger expanded role in this team. I think he has proved that he earned it. I think he has proved that he could be more than just a fullback. So I really just want to see him take that next step up and just kind of see how it was, dude. I loved your running back room. I appreciate it, man. Specific teams. If Stoner makes the team, I'm going to have to get that jersey. There's going to be a hell of a lot of people. If Stoner makes this team, you're going to see it's going to be like the Raiders' #1 jersey all of a sudden, just nowhere out of the place. Hey, Joku, what linebacker this year is you think is going to look the best? Just ball out. I'll tell you, man, I rode the Littleton train. Like, I was so damn happy he came onto this team. And Gus Bradley working with him, I think, is going to end up working like wonders for that kid. I'm not going to lie to you. But if I just had to pick that one, like, you're going to see Kwiatkowski move into that just like ultimate #1. He is like our true #1 linebacker. He's in the middle. He is the captain. You saw him like take that role over last season. He's going to expand on it. He's going to be getting better and better. I'm telling you right now, dudes like Abram that are going to be listening to him are going to be listening a hell of a lot more than they were last season when they were trying to make those big hits. He's going to be getting this team lined up. Kwiatkowski's going to be the biggest impact linebacker on this team. And then a dude like Littleton being able to be freed up and play the position that he was supposed to be playing from the beginning that Gunther never let him do, which is why he got so pissed off in the beginning. And then I'm really expecting pretty good growth out of Morrow, man. And then depending on as far as like Javen White or Muse, I talked about it when I did my linebacker breakdown. I'd really like to see one more veteran linebacker come onto this team. Maybe go ahead and move Javen White to that practice squad and let one of these dudes just kind of play kind of in front of Muse but behind Morrow and just be like that 5th or 6th linebacker. I would like to see that, but if we're rolling with what we got, dude, as long as our starting 3 can stay healthy, we have that one backup in Muse that can kind of pan things out. I think it would end up looking all right for us. Love you. Oh, Matt, I appreciate you, Matt. Thank you, dude. Who is going to replace him as the 3-back? Edward, I have to go back to that video. I broke down so many of these over the past week, man. You have Jacobs for one, and then you have Drake as the other, and then it kind of breaks down, and you kind of start shaking through that room. I honestly like Theo Riddick. Like, I really do. I understand he's getting older in age, and he is not the one that I ended up keeping on this team, but as I was kind of playing through it, I would actually want to see Alec Ingold be that 3rd running back for us. I think he can be that 3rd down running back because he can catch the damn ball. We've seen him make, like, diving miracle catches, and that dude can freaking lay somebody out when they're coming in on those blocks. And then you end up keeping one of these younger guys, which, damn, I'd have to go back and look at it, dude, because I think the running back room was one of the first ones that I did. So I apologize for not remembering who I picked, but it is what it is. I could see Littleton turning it around this season, and we have all the faith in Gus Bradley's system. Defense looks revived. This defense better come out strong, man. I'm telling you right now, if this defense comes out flat as shit, you're going to see heads start to turn, and people start immediately talking shit about this team. I'm thinking hopefully Littleton. I really want to see us keep fresh legs on the D-line and just relentlessly attack. Every game, the QB must go down in the first 10 plays. Dude, Raider J, 110%. And I talked about that defensive line so many damn times. You're going to have such a solid rotation on that defensive line to where you're going to be able to bring packages on, like down to down. If you have time to go ahead and make those substitutions, you're going to be able to bring in fresh legs on a consistent damn basis, dude. Any thoughts on Amik? Bradley loves him from what I've read. That's what I saw, Tupac. I'm just waiting to see how it shakes out, man. If I know that I ended up cutting Amik off this team, and a lot of people gave me a lot of shit for it. That kid has to prove himself, man. We saw what he had. We saw what he brought to it. I understand he was underneath Gunther. We got a lot of young talent on this team right now. If Amik can beat these dudes out, more power to him. I'll take it 110%, especially if he's going to be moving a bit more to that outside spot, and I don't have to worry about Amik covering Travis Kelce or one of these other giant-ass tight ends that we're playing against every year. It suits him, and it suits the team. Hopefully, Gus Bradley has the outside to make that work, dude. Pineapples on a pizza, yes or no? Dude, I love pineapple on a pizza. Pepperoni, pineapple, onions, one of my favorite damn pizzas. I'm not even going to lie. True that Ingold is good. I'll check the video out. Please do, dude. Go check out that running back room because I know that's not who I kept. Move our net to the slot. Costas, a lot of people have been talking about that. I still really want to see how that shakes out. That defense that I still, like, if we're going to end up running like a slot corner, I still think we're running 3 safeties. I really do. You have 3 damn good safeties on this team. You could drop any one of those, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. That 3 safety setup, it's sick, and I'm so hoping that we get to see that, man. Fuck is up with Isaiah Johnson not going to the OTAs? Anthony, that sucks. And I don't know if that's something personal. I've seen no news about it. I just saw that he was not there. We'll just have to see what happens with it. I don't want to speculate on it, dude. If he doesn't go to OTAs, he's going to get cut. That seems to be a pattern. But if he doesn't get cut, then you know there's something else going on. The Raiders know. He knows. I'm really hoping that kid gets a fair shot at it, man. If he's the QB, he must go down. He must go down hard. That's a straight fact. And often, yes. Gary, what's happening, dude? Giants won 2 Super Bowls with the solid 8. Deep defensive line, that is true, because you have that rotation, dude. On offensive line, like your starting 5 offensive linemen, they're expected to play the entire damn game, and they're coming across a defensive line. If you can get like a big, fast defensive line that you can shuffle the right pieces, bring different pressure at different points, you will wear that offensive line down throughout a game, and then you'll be able to close some of these damn games out instead of watching us just get lit up by some freaking miracle at the end, and then we end up losing. Frustrated me with Isaiah. Frustrated the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. That's the first that I heard about it. If he's not there, that's gonna hurt him moving forward. I really liked all your drops, and my friend in Buffalo, really liked your line. No, I'll take that, dude. All right, man. That's pretty much what I have for you guys tonight. Just wanted to bring it out. I knew this room wasn't going to take too long, and I just wanted to kind of hear what you guys thought about it. I don't know which. I think I'm going to do the offensive line next. I'm going to have to type really small because we have so many damn offensive linemen on this team, and they're kind of still shuffling as we speak right now. But we just brought back Amaya, and I really like to see that because I really like that kid. I really was sad to see him go, but now that he's back, I'm happy as hell. I think he has a legitimate shot at making this starting roster as a depth piece. There's nothing more, but just to be like a solid rotational piece. I think Isaiah Johnson would make a great slot, or at least a backup. I think he would too, man. But if he's not going to be there and there's not something going on, there ain't shit we can do about that. Can't wait to see us run all over these safeties with Krakowski in the middle and these other teams. As long as we can cover a damn running back out of the backfield, I'll be so damn happy. Bradley is putting his foot down and setting the tone with the cut of Irvin. I think you're right about that, Callie, man. I really do. All right, man. That's pretty much what I got for you guys. Until next time, guys, I'm Son Joku. If you could, click that like